Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cheryl Technology Channel. My name is Chris, and I'm your host again. Welcome to my channel. And on my channel, we do technology videos. And in this one, you can see it on the screen. AMD versus NVIDIA GPU, which is better on Linux. So today, I will experiment with this. Oh, first, like, comment, subscribe if you so desire. If you do not, that's fine too. And let's just get right into it. So today, I did an experiment this morning with Rocky Linux. I don't know how many of y'all out there have heard of Rocky Linux. It's an enterprise spinoff of Red Hat, and it is used as a really good foundation for a very reliable system. And what ended up happening shocked me. I did not know that it was going to take 5.5 hours, and I also didn't know that my NVIDIA GPU was not going to work. That was a very big surprise to me. More on that in a little while. So the first thing I want to go through is the introduction to this. So basically, I use Linux on several times a week. I use it for experimentation. I learn new things with it. I do things with it. I have several virtual machines running at my house that run particular, like my Wi-Fi controller. I'm going to have a video coming pretty soon on my Twin-Gate. I've got several others that I'm going to be doing on several different Linux distributions. Most of mine are running Ubuntu Server 2204, which is the newest LTS, basically, or long-term support. Just in case you did not know, so when I do these things, I like to push myself, my knowledge level. I like go further than I normally would go because I like Linux so much. I even considered at some point becoming a developer for Linux because I just like it. I love Linux, man. I love it. So in this video, that's what we're going to be looking at. Is AMD better or is NVIDIA better? Now, some of you may be thinking to yourself, well, of course, NVIDIA is better. Is it though? This morning, now I did this morning, and what I found when I have my GPU installed, it's an RTX 4070. It's an overclocked edition, so it's like a higher tier 4070. It was about $600 at the time. That was about a year ago or so. And what I found was that when I booted into Rocky, I could run. Okay, so let's look at my computer a little bit. My computer has a 12900K, an i9 12900K. That's a 12th gen i9, which has onboard Intel graphics. Now, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a test. I left one computer, my big monitor, which is the one you're seeing in front of me. It's an Optics G32 series gaming monitor, curve. I think it looks like hammered snot, but that's just my opinion. And what I found, so I put that one on the GPU. I put the other one, which is my one that is over here. Maybe I'll do like a picture of both of them so you can see what I'm looking at. So basically what happened was the one that was connected to my processor graphics came up. The one that was connected to my NVIDIA GPU did not, and it never did. So what I did was I swapped them, and I had the one that was for my other stuff. So my big monitor, I had it plugged into the Intel side and had my smaller monitor. Now, one is DisplayPort, one's HDMI. It shouldn't make no difference because they're both video interfaces. It shouldn't matter. And so the one that was the little one was on the Intel side, and it worked. And so what I found is that when I swapped them, the little one quit working, and it said on the screen, now mind you, the big one didn't show anything, but the little one did, and it was a DisplayPort. The big one is an HDMI. Now you explain to me how that works. Why does it show with DisplayPort but not with HDMI? Yeah, I was confused too, because HDMI is normally a plug and play type of interface. So what ended up happening was the little one, I think it's a 19 or 20 inch, just a little old Dell monitor, and it's just basically so I can see like OBS and all that kind of stuff when I'm recording and stuff, or when I'm doing work or something. And so what I ended up finding, it said unknown chipset with the NVIDIA card. This is a $600 RTX 4070. $600. And it was useless. Now, I said, oh, wait, I bought these video cards. So here's one of them. Right here. It's a gigabyte. Here you go. It's an AMD GPU, and it is a, let's see, R56XT. I can't remember. It's a GV-R56XT. I believe it was a RX 5600 XT, I believe is what it is. This is it right here. This thing is going for $400 frickin' right now. Do you see this? $400. I've got two of these things, and they've never been abused. They've always been done good. So what I decided to do, I was like, okay, so what's going to happen if I take out my NVIDIA GPU and I put in an AMD GPU? Well, you know what happened? Both screens worked. No drivers. I did nothing. All I did was put the video card in, plug in the power, turned it on, booted into Rocky Linux, which I have, and everything just worked. We're getting to the middle of it here. So basically, what do you think? Why do you think the AMD worked out of the box, but the $600 NVIDIA GPU did not? Well, here's some articles I found. There are people that say that people have had mixed experience with NVIDIA on Linux. I'm not sure. I think it's because of the proprietary driver. That's what I think it is. I just don't know, man. Like, see, this guy is saying they both work flawless. That the NVIDIA driver is not open source. See, NVIDIA doesn't make open source drivers. AMD does. Now, see, that's what they said. I had no trouble with Intel at all. I had no trouble with the Intel. I had no trouble with the AMD. But the NVIDIA, I did have trouble with. So then I thought, okay, so maybe, wait, let me go back here. So then I thought, well, maybe it's because my BIOS is on PCI Gen 5, because mine has that capability. Well, I switched it back to Gen 4 and it made no difference. Not one difference. Still the same result. And so then I went to this one, potential bad English. See, AMD, I think, is better in for a lot of reasons. AMD first has open source drivers, which means rather than a few, like 20 engineers working on it, you have 1,000 people working on it that have experience from a bunch of different fields and a bunch of different applications and things like that. So when you think of it from that potential side of things, it's going to be better that way because you have a lot of people working on it. Whereas with proprietary stuff, now we all know that that NVIDIA has not been doing too good lately. So here's what I wish I would have done. I am fine with my Intel processor, but I wish my GPU, I would have got an AMD. I would have had to pay about $400 more, but I think I would have got a way better GPU. So they're top end. So if you go to AMD, let's go to their website. Let's look at their GPUs. AMD is killing it right now, bro. They are like killing it right here. The 7000 series graphics card. I actually love AMD. I've had like the 7600. Let's see. So I had the 5600. Let's go right here. Let's see what this costs here. Let's just see. What? That can't be right. 60. Let's see what it'll do. Oh my goodness, dude. That's some high frame rates. Let's see. Look at that, dude. That's pretty good. Think about this. In terms of money, you get more for your money with AMD. In both GPUs and CPUs, you get more power for less money. Why is NVIDIA so expensive? Now, I want to lean your attention toward an article that I saw that was based on facts. So it was EVGA. They quit working with NVIDIA. It was the way, see, right here, right there. Look at that. So that was a couple years ago. EVGA says that it will continue to sell and support its existing NVIDIA-based AIBs while maintaining enough inventory to support its 3-year warranty. But the company is ending its relationship with NVIDIA. EVGA will still offer its award-winning PSUs. They make excellent stuff. And the rest of the product lines. Now, why would they do that? Let's just go look. They're not going to even be featured. No announcements, no briefings, no events, no nothing. Why would they do that? Why would one of the largest companies in the world, makers of graphics cards and power supplies, why would they all of a sudden just stop working with NVIDIA? Well, I'm not sure exactly. They could, man. It's not very becoming of a company to do something like that. EVGA had a reason. What I heard was that that NVIDIA was screwing people over. And so what they did was they're like, fine, you know what? We're done with this. We're not going to do this anymore. I don't think that it's going to hurt EVGA at all. I think as a matter of fact, it's going to help them. See, this guy says, if you're going to run Linux, forget about AMD. But how come my AMD graphics were the only thing that worked? The NVIDIA graphics card would not work. It said unknown chipset. Literally said unknown chipset. See, and this guy says it's AMD is usually friendlier to Linux. NVIDIA is Windows, and I would agree with that. I've had issues in Windows with NVIDIA. I guess in conclusion, y'all, it's really up to you. But from my experience that I had today, I would say that AMD is better for Linux. I would. And that's because of what I saw today. Because I'm telling you right now, you could sit there all day. I could sit here all day and try to figure out this stupid problem that I had. in the long run, does it really matter? Is it really going to matter if I sit here? I spent 5.5 hours on this and I got nowhere. I found out that if I put in the NVIDIA GPU, it doesn't work with Rocky Linux. Is it because it's a enterprise version? I don't know. I even tried to install the driver, rebooted the computer, and it still didn't work. So what does that tell you? Everybody, I do this channel because I really want y'all to learn new things. I want you to be informed about things. And I'm telling you right now that if you go with NVIDIA, you're going to pay too much. But after I saw so I had a choice. When I bought my RTX 4070, don't get me wrong, it's a great card for Windows. But in Linux, now it did fine in Pop! OS, but in Rocky, I could not get it to work. That's my experience. Your experience may differ, disclaimer. It may differ. Yours may work right out of the box. I don't know. Mine didn't. And that really irritated me because I spent $600 on it and it didn't work. But my $300 AMD card did. Why? I don't know, because it's AMD and it's better. I don't know. That's what I've learned, y'all, is that if you're going to do things like this, it's important to be able to work through these problems. But if you're going to be in Linux especially, you're going to have some problems. But don't let those problems stop you from trying to figure something out. Like I had a lot of issues. It was irritating me. I was banging my head against the wall, man, for a while. But anyway, y'all, that's my 2 cents. NVIDIA or AMD? I don't know. For Linux, I would say AMD, because if I would have went with AMD, I probably wouldn't have no problem. Per this card. This card worked flawless. Card is, I don't know, like 4 years old, and it still works fine. It just doesn't have the memory, graphics memory that I need to run like Warzone. It'll do everything else, but it won't do Warzone. So that's why I got away from it. But anyway, y'all, I guess that's all I have for y'all today. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And this has been Chris with the Cheryl Technology Channel. May the Lord bless in each every one of you and walk with you every day of your life and draw closer to Him. And Lord, I thank you for all these people that watch my channel. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.